Alright, we got our Motorola plug hooked up to this random Baofane antenna mag mount. We'll stick it into here. Of course, it's Motorola, the plug on it. Here's one of those built. I don't really like the Motorola plug stuff. I also call it the AM/FM antenna plug because it's commonly used in automotive. I will stick it in here. There we go. For testing purposes, we got our 12-volt adapter here. And we will plug it in. I'm not too concerned about this type of stuff because it's 12 volts. We'll plug it in here, and we'll see what we can do. Okay, so let's turn it on. L. L means it's lost memory, mainly because it's been unplugged for too long. These do not use batteries. So in this case, we will hit, it should automatically do, we'll hit manual. And there'll be no real frequencies in here. It's scanning. Don't you love that? This is all you need back of a day, but the frequency's in here. You hit review to get the frequency it flashes. It's not a real frequency. I don't know what that even is. It's nonsense. So the easiest way to test these scanners to see if they work, if you have a power supply to it, is the weather. Uh-oh. That's not good. It's searching for the weather, but not picking up anything. Let's try a basic test with the squelch. I think we got a bad speaker, kids. Which that won't matter much. I have a ton of extension speakers I got at Ham Radio Fest. Yeah, I don't think, well, so we have it on scan. Now remember, there's no frequencies in here. The squelch will open up the static, so it's like a window. The window's closed, you don't hear it as much far away because the sound's blocked. The window's open, it's wide open to all the static in the area. Best way to describe squelch. I learned it from somebody at RadioShack, I think. All right, so let's go get an extension speaker and see what we can do with this. Here's my trusty RadioShack extension speaker. And now we have no power to the radio because I bumped the plug somehow. I think we got a bad plug in here, too. Something's going on here. The good news is I hear audio coming out of the speaker, like a hum. But I don't hear it. I don't hear any weather. Like, what's going on here? Let's try to find a different 12-volt adapter. Well, we have at 13.5 volts. I'm getting nothing on here. And even if I run it in scan mode, somebody did something to this. I should be hearing a squelch sound there. Somebody messed with something inside of here. This is one I was hoping that would work. Because even without the antenna, there should be a squelch noise. So yeah, that's beautiful. UGVs are dead reliable. To rule out the antenna, I'm going to try finding my Motorola antenna. And I've lost power. I do not think these radios have beeps in them. As I remember, I had one of these growing up. It didn't have a beep function when you hit the buttons. So I don't know what's wrong with this one. All right, on to the next one. All right, meet the Pro 50. Very basic analog scanner. The guy said supposedly this one works. First thing I do is I don't like batteries in these things. So I'm going to take out the batteries. So this one here, I went through here, the back end here, and on the back of it. Unfortunately, when you hit manual, it will not drop. It will not engage in manual mode, so you cannot program this radio. Yeah, so this runs junk too. Good news. This one works. 10-channel radio here. I'm gonna go bump something here. There's your band covers right there. It tells you what it is. I'll have to look this one up. I think it's a BCT80, another department store scanner. Back in the day, all you really need, I mean, especially of the analog era, all I really needed from my town was 3 channels: police, fire, and highway. Maybe I put the local school in there if I wanted to, but that's about it. That's all I really needed. We got a small college in my town, so I put 4 channels in there. So this one works. There is some corrosion inside of here because some dummy left the batteries in here. We don't know nothing about these radios that are found in a storage unit, and the man sold them to me for $20. This one I could probably fix and restore. I mainly was interested in this one here, but somebody did something with this. I'm going to take it apart and look at it. The reason why I think somebody was inside of this was because of this here. I mean, it acts like a regular scanner. It's just an audio issue. I really want to take this radio, use it for the local ham repeater or the local analog railroads. Most railroads in the United States are still analog on the mainline channels. Well, update. I took apart the radio. It does not stop on the mother frequency that I put in. Mess up the squelch. It stops like it should. There is no audio output whatsoever. There's a slight hum with the external speaker hooked up, but there's no audio output, no squelch noise, no static, no nothing. This is a second Uniden scanner I bought from maybe the mid-90s. It does not have any audio output. I don't know if what's wrong with it exactly. Might research it further. Either way, it's going to go into the museum as an antique. Even if it just runs like this. It'd be kind of cool to see, you know? Reminds me of my first scanner. So here's the final disposition on this. This one here, so I got these off of Marketplace. This one here, I was really hoping would work, but there's no static, no nothing. I don't know how to fix these. The LED does illuminate, so I'm probably going to put that. I might put it on top of the fridge for the heck of it, just to have sort of a display piece or something. It's probably going to go to the museum next to the crystal scanners. All in all, not bad for $20. I don't know why I bothered with this stuff. Mainly because I think it was because of this one here, which is a radio my grandfather used to have, and because of this one here, another department store radio that I wanted. So, realistically, it's something, but I think it's because these were stored inside of a storage unit. That's all we know about them. And maybe mildew or mold or something got into them and just ruined the electronics. This is the second Uniden scanner I've come from this era that where it just doesn't have any audio output. Like it'll behave normally if the squelch opening up the radio and it's stopping, and it'll quote unquote hear the weather, but there's no audio output, making it useless.